Well, everybody, this is Kuso6rande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. Huge thank you to Commander Rab, who who just subscribed, as well as all of these follows that we had over the last hour. So quite a few new people here. Thank you, thank you. We're gonna run a quick ad. You know what? No, we're actually behind. No advertisement today. Yeah, that's right, nerds. Let's just get this reveal done and get to the third game. Everybody, please welcome on in our friend and possible human, Tempestrol. Come on, Tempestrol. Come on in. I don't know if Tempestrol's ready for this. Yeah, you are. You're ready.
Hey, sorry. If you were calling my name, I had you muted. I was expecting
There we go.
Hey,
Hello.
Vsauce. How's it going?
Oh my gosh. Are you really pulling a Vsauce?
Hey, Vsauce. You like here?
That's pretty good. That's a good impression. I like it.
It's the only one I can do that's any good.
Yeah, it's top notch. So, Mr. Vsauce, or Tempestrol, Raccoon, Vsauce, whatever. Yeah, how are you doing? What's up?
I've had better weeks, if I'm being honest. I've been in the lamentable process of selling a rental unit because my landlord is downsizing, but at least I might be able to buy it, so we'll see how that goes.
I mean,
Bit of
if
a
you
weird
could
scenario.
buy it, that would be good.
Yeah, that would be great. Well, and I think my landlady wants to sell it to me, and she's giving me priority over that. It's just sort of like, I didn't really need this kind of emotional burden right at this moment. You know, it's just a lot of things. It's just a lot of stress to put on me, but we're going through the process and it all looks good, so I'm excited. I'm just afraid because she's asking more than I think the house is worth. But
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do something for you right at this moment because Tempestrol helps a lot with license-thon. Submissions are open until May 31st.
They're shilling for me. I was gonna bring it up.
I need to help you. I need to help. Come on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Submissions are open if you play any sort of speedrun that deals with licensed games or licensed IPs. Feel free to submit. Tempestrol would love to see you, and honestly, I want to get something in. But I gotta remember. Yeah, crappy is not a license, okay? Not a license. The Dancing K doesn't count. But everything else on the screen counts if it is something, an IP that existed before being turned into a video game. That's usually what is going to be a solid licensed game. And usually they are really Kuso. So please consider submitting if you would like. Licenseathon.live.
Yes, please do submit games. And oh, 1 second, I'm hearing myself like twice or three times. Yeah, there are some nuances to what constitutes like a licensed game, but for the most part, it's like non-gaming properties that got turned into a game.
Yeah, and worst case scenario, you submit and they're like, no, this isn't a licensed game, and then it's not in. Yeah. Can't really lose, you know? Oh, Tempestrol.
Yeah, you can't lose. What's up?
I don't know why. I feel really tired. So I feel like I need some action.
Well, do you like martial arts?
I've got a yellow belt in Kung Fu.
Wonderful. Do you like screaming?
Yes.
Do you like explosions?
Why, I have exploded a beaver dam. So, yeah.
Delightful. So we are going to get a game featuring all sorts of martial arts, screaming, and explosions with this title for Famicom, Hokuto no Ken.
Yeah, look at that kick. Oh my gosh. Woo! Like,
and I want to make a quick note to people who may have played the NES game. This is not Fist of the North Star NES. That is the sequel to this game, which also released on the Famicom and is far better.
Ooh, always exciting to hear. Yeah, we're getting the original.
Yeah, you
crap.
are shocked. I love that song.
Justin brought me pasta. Oh my gosh,
Nice.
This looks so good. I gotta capture before eating the pasta, but What's that? Oh, he didn't break any bones either. That's even better. Aw. Yeah. So, I'm sorry that you're having kind of a weird weekend, but let's go ahead and try to make it better with some janky video games, you know? That's what life is all about. When you suffer, why not pass it on? Pass it forward. With Hokuto.
Yep. And I have linked, I'll link it again actually in the Game Master chat, some info that I've compiled about the game.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
As I do for all of these games. So it's a bunch of stuff. Oh, and so one thing about this game, I made maps.
Ooh. You made maps for the game?
I had to. So this game is okay. Well, let's get one thing out of the way first. You know who's in this match?
We've got Mox, Spader, Rear View Mirror, and Faizu.
We do have Faizu in this match, and it's not very frequent that the tables are turned the way they are today. And I thought, well, I want to give Faizu a game. I'd better pick this one. I'm not saying that I'm targeting him, but I absolutely was. Well, and
that's fine.
One of my favorite Faizu games, I didn't have to play it, but one of my favorite Faizu game moments was the door maze from Alien. From Aliens MSX. And I thought, oh, you know what would be a great game to give him is a door maze. And unfortunately, there are no maps for this game online, or at least there weren't until I made them. So I went and meticulously made a map of every single screen in the game, even the redundant dead-end hallways, to make sure that we could track progress.
Oh, no.
It took like 3 days. So...
Tempest Roll. Oh, no.
Oh, I have a far more elaborate mapping project in the works for a later game that is much worse. But that's going to require some custom assembler knowledge, and I am not quite at that level yet. So... Ooh, I'm excited.
I'm gonna have to learn assembly in order to do this match. Yeah, that is a scary prospect. I'm terrified. Absolutely. I'm shaking in my boots. I don't even have... Wait, do I have boots? I don't think I have boots. Shaking in someone else's boots, you know?
Shaking in your clogs.
Shaking in my clogs.
Mikey Yamba points out everything looks so samey, and I remember actually when I suggested this game in the Game Masters chat, I think Mike even said everything looks sort of the same. It would be hard to track, and I went, well, I guess I'd better make maps. So custom ASM, no, I need to build a camera for the game because of the way the game that I want has the way that the what are they called, the VRAM tables are arranged. It just sort of makes it hard to do like screenshot based mapping, and so I'm going to need to hack in a camera so that I can move around a little more freely. The players do know how to enter doors. So something that I'll point out about this game is that to enter doors, I had to tell them how to do that because it's not intuitive in the slightest. Well, we'll get to the controls when we start the game. Give me, actually, I know that you just said you're ready in the chat. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, don't worry. I'm going to go ahead and make sure audio is working here, and otherwise I'm ready. Mogs, by the way, thank you for the raid. I know you're playing, so you can't hear what I'm saying. Oh, these sounds are not good. Mike. Yes, they know how to get through doors. It'll be fine. So that info has been provided to the players. We're just waiting for Tempestrel to get back. I'm gonna go ahead. How can I do this? I think if I turn Faizu's audio down a little bit, it'll be kinder on the limiter. Otherwise, I might have to adjust the limiter a little bit. That's fine. I can figure it out. Oh my gosh, Mike is saying to go through doors A plus B plus up. Yeah, not exactly friendly there. We're just waiting for Tempestrel to get back, and then we will start the match. Oh, yay! Okay. I'm checking with the players right now to see if they are set, if they are good to go, if they're ready for punishment.
Making sure I have you popped out.
Oh my gosh, I love this. You know what? If you need me to be synced up so that you can see it, I can always stream over Discord so that you can see what I'm seeing.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm just opening the windows in my same. Actually, I don't know. That's their handle. Okay.
Okay, just checking right now to see if they are good to go. Faizu says yes. Moggs says yes. I just need a rear view mirror or Revi Me Too and Spader to confirm that they are good to begin. Oh, I love this. The sound effects were so bad, Tempestrel. And we're going to have an hour of them.
Oh, yeah. So I actually, I discovered this when I was looking through multi-carts. There's a whole load of like multi-carts that have been dumped online. And I was looking for some unlicensed crap. And it turns out that all that stuff has already appeared before. But I did find this game and I instantly knew from the sound effects, oh, this is probably Fist of the North Star.
That cat. Is that cat from another game? I think I know the cat.
It's Toei. It's the Toei animation mascot. You've probably seen it because you've seen literally any animation by Toei.
Puss in Boots. It's a game that Justin was trying to learn one time. It's good. Oh.
Why is he saying, oh, my stream's not going to look good? But honestly, his stream looks fine.
Okay, I'm doing the countdown, so everybody get all of your action emotes and explosions, okay? Because we are doing the countdown. Best of luck to the players. Spam your emotes. Good luck. Yeah, Puss in Boots for NES. I need to play through that sometime because it's great looking. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm already tired of the sound, and we are 7 seconds in. So, talk to me about this game. What are we seeing here?
Man, we are seeing just all kinds of problems. So this game is Hokuto no Ken. It is based on the manga and anime of the same name. Very, very popular. This is, for people who, there's a joke that, there's everything's a JoJo reference. Well, JoJo was massively influenced by this.
So JoJo is a Hokuto no Ken reference. Yeah,
a lot of it. There's in particular parts 3 and 4, I believe, are especially influenced by this.
I love it.
Parts 1 and 2. Well, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Honestly, those are the two best parts.
1 and 2?
Yeah, part 2 is amazing.
Part 1 was pretty awful. I liked 2. The rest of it, garbage. I don't care. It's not garbage. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I just don't care. But I think I sort of grown out of shonen too. It's just not my thing. His rearview mirror appears to be fine on your side.
Yep.
Okay, his stream's chugging on my side. I guess maybe I'll just watch your stream. It's fine.
That would be fine. Just whatever you like. Rear view mirror just, I think, flew away. Do you fly away just like the enemies do?
Oh, yeah. So if you die, when you die, you go sailing off into the air, kicking. It's wonderful.
Oh, that is so good. I love it.
So maybe I should explain. Oh my god, Aizu is already at the first boss. Holy cow. Okay, so let me lay down a very brief synopsis of the story. Actually, I'm not going to do that because I haven't seen this or read it. Let me lay down how this game works. You walk the wrong direction for a bit. You enter doors by pressing A plus B plus up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not kidding. And you punch dudes. And right now it's like, oh, you're punching dudes and they die in one hit. That's pretty lame. But it gets much harder. Don't worry.
I mean, that's what happens. You gotta do it in one punch, okay? You do not want fights to last more than one punch, because if they do, that means they might hit you. That's right.
Now, fighting is
preemptive one-hit kill. That's all you need in life.
And that really is how this game works. It's a massive just battle of attrition. You are going to get hit, and you'd better hope that you get hit less than the amount to kill you, because you're probably going to die just trying to get through the stages normally. There's just, right now it doesn't look too bad, but there's crap all over the screen in later stages. Enemies everywhere. They take multiple hits. It sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Faizu, you'll notice, is collecting these screams. You literally eat the screams of your enemies in this game. Those red guys, or the pink guys, when you kill them, they let out a shout that is, I guess, like a death cry that was... it's a fake word invented by the mangaka for the story. And when you collect that little word that comes out of their mouths, it gives you a star. And different star amounts give you different upgrades. So let me see. So there are 7 star levels in total. So at 1 star, you jump higher and you're able to perform jump kicks. Another star gives you the ability to deflect certain projectiles by attacking. I think kicks and punches both work for that.
Okay.
Stars 3 and 4 are kick and punch speed increases respectively. 5 stars is your walking speed increases, and that is a huge upgrade. Faizu might actually get that. 6 lets you perform punches in midair. The punch is, I think, stronger on some enemies. And then 7 stars, Kenshiro's shirt gets torn out just like in the anime, and it's sort of like he unlocks his full power. He also gains the ability to determine the correct doors by following Lin's trail. So I should explain also, Lin and Bat are 2 characters who Kenshiro meets over the course of the story. And Bot is if you look at the doors, sometimes these little like icons appear in front of them. Bot is like the boy with goggles, and Lin is the girl with long hair. And so that's Lin that just appeared on Faizu's screen.
Oh yeah.
What's supposed to happen is Lin shows you where to go, and Bot is like he's quote unquote unreliable, says the manual. So it's supposed to be like, oh, he shows you the wrong path. Except that before you have 7 stars, that's backwards. It's just plain wrong. I thought it was going to be like, oh, well, they appear in doors you can't go into or something, or they don't appear at all. No, it just reverses them.
By the way, we did have Rearview Mirror discover that controls were not set up correctly.
Well, that's their fault.
Yep. They are.
And
that's why we have an hour prep.
I have no sympathy. There was an hour prep, and I said, ask me if you need anything. I know that sounds a little cold, but, like, this has happened once in every one of the games I've commentated so far. I'm not going to grumble about it.
It's NES. It's easy enough to set up. If you don't have it set up, then that's on you. Yeah, there will not be extra time given.
My controls were broken because I didn't do config right for Double Dragon Game Gear, and I won that match. So, you know, it's definitely possible to come back, especially in a game like this where you are. By the way, you have 3 lives, and can you guess how many continues?
None.
Same as all my other games, none. So far.
Of course. I mean, why would you give a game that has continues?
It doesn't have passwords either.
Oh.
You die all the way, you go to the beginning of the game. Enjoy.
Hey, it looks like Rearview Mirror got the control issues figured out and is on to the first boss here.
Ideal.
Although, I'm not sure why the screen is a little bit brighter.
I'm not sure either, but
strange. Scene 2 looks very green here.
Yeah, okay, so this game is also like I mentioned, there was a massive door maze, right? So you can only walk in one direction. You can only walk to the left, or as in Faizu's case, you can jump kick while screaming to the left. And holy cow, he's going fast, but he has almost no health. Oh, I guess I should mention one more thing.
Yes.
If you kill every 10 enemies you kill, it gives you a health.
Okay.
I think it's every 10, and so the guide for this game on GameFAQs is really confusing. Right, so I followed that guide, and it was like, okay, go into the first, then fourth, then third, then second door, or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. But as I started to map things out, I noticed that the stages started looping. And actually, some of them have a start, like a lead-in period, where they don't loop, and then they go into a looping section. And that makes counting the number of doors required a little tricky sometimes. And actually, that GameFAQs guide that I followed to map out this game, actually, at one point, it's like, go in the 13th door, but actually, you only need to go in the 4th door, and it's just that the number of doors in the looping section is such that you could also go in the 13th door.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, it's something.
Yeah, this is definitely a game. Spader might kill the boss here. Do you have to do a punch in order to kill the boss?
No, but you do get a special. What on earth is happening on Spader's? Huh?
They're in love.
What? But the health isn't going down. What happened? What on earth? Oh, so that was actually the special kill. So that was the special kill for that boss. That was weird. So that is, oh great, there's no flashing. So each of the enemies, of course, is a character from the manga. So that guy, the big guy, is Heart.
Okay.
So you can kill the bosses just by depleting their health to 0.
Okay.
Heart, you can get a special kill on Heart by hitting him with 10 kicks and then a punch to the stomach. It performs the move Hokuto Juha-zan, North Star Softness Ripping Slash, which is a move that Kenshiro uses to kill Heart in the manga. It's huge props for mapping out one of the worst games on Famicom. You're welcome. Yeah, it's so there's a whole bunch of like references. The players asked, oh, you know, are you giving us a translated patch? It doesn't matter. Literally the gameplay is not affected at all by it. It is just like it's just callouts basically. You know what the names of the enemies are, and you learn what the names of the moves are.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm taking a look at some of the people who worked on this, and some of them only worked on one video game, this one.
Yeah.
Others, we have the main programmer for Double Dragon who worked on this, but this was in 1986, and Double Dragon, the one that he worked on, came out after this. So, yeah, this is Proto Double Dragon.
Well, and actually, this is sort of part of a subgenre of beat-em-ups that I didn't really realize was a subgenre. I thought it was just 1 or 2 games. This is like Spartan X or like Black Belt, right? And I think we've actually had those games on Kuso6rande before, at least one of them.
Maybe.
The sort of single-plane, 2D, platformer-esque, but there's no pits, beat-em-ups. I've never really been a fan of these, like, because maybe it's just because I grew up in an era where you have, you know, multi-plane beat 'em ups, and they weren't popular when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
So like, for me, it's like, well, why would you play this literally ever when you have even Double Dragon 1 on the NES, which I hate is better than this. But I think this was just a style that was popular. Like, there's a bunch of games where it's just, yeah, you're walking back and forth and punching dudes who approach you on a single plane, and there's no dodging options except jumping and ducking.
I mean, to be fair, how often do you actually play a game and, or in real life, end up punching somebody next to a bottomless pit? It just doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen, but you can sidestep in real life. With that said, no, I'm starting to lose track of where, I'm not paying attention to where the competitors are, so I'm starting to lose track. One sec, let me look at my maps that I made. So I have given the maps to Kate, and what's sort of confusing is that the later stages, not only do things get really monotonous and certain parts of the stage loop, which I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, Kate, that some of these sections loop, but
yeah. So Rearview Mirror is definitely in the lead here,
right?
From what I can see, beat the second boss.
Yeah, that is the third stage. That's the first room of the third stage. So in this room, you need to go to. There's a couple paths you can take. You either need to go in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th or 7th door, or you need to go all the way to the end to the 9th door. Those lead to 2 different rooms, but one of them then leads into the other.
At least there's not just like one solitary path to get to the boss in here. I can appreciate that they give you multiple paths to eventually end up at the boss. It's just, it's going to be a little bit of a maze, and frankly, I hate door mazes. And this is Door Maze the game, so I hate this game.
And there are some levels where there are a bunch of, like, if you take a look at the map for stage 5, this was the worst one by far to map out because it's so long, and there's a bunch of rooms that don't loop and also double back on each other. Yeah, this was a little painful to map out in some places, but fortunately, most of the game is pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of, like, can you get to the end and can you beat the boss without dying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's looking like... Where's rearview mirror? Actually, I'm gonna just move this over to this screen. I'll just watch on yours.
Okay, don't worry about it too
just
much.
Easier like that.
Let me see. This is certainly a video game right now.
Yeah, so right now, rearview mirror is in what I would call, I can't remember. There's like room codes. There's rooms that are like 16 tiles wide. And the only reason I was able to tell these maps were looping where they were is because I used a memory viewer. So the door he needs to go into there's one in here that will lead him back to the first room, and one door that will lead him to the next room. And unfortunately, the next room is a slightly darker version of the first room, but it's a lot smaller. So we went in the wrong door.
Yep, this is not correct. Because I found the map that you have. Oh, this is a little bit confusing. I think
Sorry about that.
Oh no, it's not as bad as Baby's Kids. No, it's the game that's confusing, not you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in case you're wondering, those stars that are on the map, that's basically like some of the doors, like a lot of the doors go back to a star that I've marked on the first page, or on the first screen. But they just go from so far away, like a whole bunch of rooms go to that point, so I just marked it with a star because it was easier than crossing a whole bunch of wires.
Yeah, that would be a lot of wires. Just so everybody knows, if you are watching rearview mirror screen, when you get to the room that has sort of dark gray tiles and then gold occasionally, that is a sign of progress. Past where he has made it to so far.
Yep. Also looking like... So it is looking like Spader is on the second stage and has just gone backwards. Oh, did I not include the stars for this? I thought I did.
Oh no, there's...
I thought I guess I didn't put the backward arrows. Oh, my bad on that.
It's fine. They'll figure it out. You didn't give
Spader
the maps,
needs to go in the...
Did you?
No, especially since that would mean linking to the site on which I host these documents where everyone can see what I'm going to be giving out. So I've been pretty careful to keep that private.
Good. Yeah, I know your secrets. Your secrets, Tempest Troll. I know them.
Yeah, you know my secrets and my secrets.
Yeah. Ooh, a gold room here for rear view mirror. Good.
That's progress. And Spader just made it to the second boss. The second boss is Shin. Shin is Heart's boss. So Shin can be killed in two special ways. And I don't know which one he's actually killed by in the manga, or if like he comes back or something. But you can either just deplete his health, or you can kill him with two special moves. If you hit it with 10 punches, then you get the special kill Hokuto Hyakuratu Ken, the 100 North Star 100 Crack Fist, or Hokuto Senjukai Ken, the North Star 1,000 Hands of Destruction, and that you do that by cornering him and then punching repeatedly.
Is there
so I don't know if there's like
any benefit to actually doing it that way?
It looks cool.
Oh, cool. I mean, that's fair enough. I feel like getting an additional little cutscene is its own reward, you know?
Yep. I don't know if it actually is significant in a gameplay sense. But yeah. Oh, so Shin does come back. So maybe like this is like the move that he got killed with the first time and the move he got killed with the second time or something. But yeah, to the best of my knowledge, it is very much a matter of just style. One of the few guys Ken doesn't beat. Oh, okay.
How are these sound effects so bad?
You don't like that noise?
Mm-mm.
Also, how you liking the music that never changes?
I think it changed from the first stage to the second stage. Sorry, I'm also trying to eat some pasta.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, pasta, ravioli.
It's bow tie pasta.
Bologna, fusilli. That's not fusilli. I don't remember what bow tie pasta is called.
Bow tie.
No. I wasn't gonna do it because I knew I wouldn't be able to make it sound good.
There we go.
I'm sorry to any Italians or Italian Americans in the chat.
Just apologize to everybody, okay?
Is this different from the Fist of the North Star that was released in North America? Yes. And that is why I was careful to introduce this game as Hokuto no Ken for the Famicom, because Fist of the North Star for the NES is the sequel to this game. So this is the first game, and Fist of the North Star is the second. I thought that I found a manual for this game before I realized the stages looked nothing like this one, and I realized that it was in fact a sequel. But the second game did not fix the A plus B plus up door entering problem. I don't know why, but at least it has like real actual platforming as far as I can tell.
I mean, that's always good. When you make a second game, you just improve off of the first one. If it's a downgrade, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to stage 1 music for Faizu. Not good for him, but good for me because this is much more enjoyable.
It's a lot better.
Oh yeah.
Hard to enter the doors when you want to beat people up. I think it was just a matter of like they didn't have the controls. They could have like made it select or something. The select button isn't even used.
Yeah, people are asking if Moggs could walk in the doors she's walking past, and yes, absolutely.
Well, but also no, it depends. Oh. So the doors where you can only walk in the doors where one of the characters shows up. If the character doesn't show up, I don't believe you can walk in the door. That might not be entirely correct, but some doors just don't go anywhere.
Well, never mind then.
In fact, most of the doors in the game, the vast majority go nowhere. Some of them go backwards. Some of them go to the start of the level. Yeah, well, yes, but also no. And what's worse is that the game just like straight up lies to you about which ones are forward progress until you get 7 stars. But at least it's only backward. At least they only reverse the instructions. So if you know that, it's a complete non-issue.
Yeah, that's good.
You get kidnapped by a car and die in this game. You can die. I don't think you can get kidnapped by a car, but you can die. Yeah, in fact, you can die a lot. It's maybe the one thing that this game allows you to do the best.
Yeah, I've noticed. Oh, by the way, look, Faizu has 7 stars. That is really helpful.
Oh yeah, you can see his his shirt's been torn open, and he's like really fast. Also, like his kicking and punching speed is super fast.
Oh
very, very good. So he's the most powerful he can be. He's super low on health though, and he needs to punch a bunch of dudes to get his health up very, very, very slowly. Oh, is rearview mirror? No, rearview mirror went back.
Not again. Well, I mean, it's a door maze. How are you supposed to know?
Yeah, and is now dead. So rearview mirror made it up to stage 3, room 4. So up to the room with the dark gray tiles. There's one door. There are 4 doors in that room. How do you get stars? You get stars by punching the pink dudes and then eating their screams, like what Mog almost did. Oh, also, you can't just kick them. You have to punch them because that makes them explode. If you kick them, then they just fly away. Ken does not have a zipper on his shirt. He's just that muscular.
So kicking is the pacifist route.
I'm afraid there is no such thing as pacifism in this world. Ken
they
sure
just
would have
fly
you
away.
believe
They
they're
don't
pacifist,
die.
but he's not.
They don't die.
Oh, they're very dead. Believe you me, they are incredibly dead. Kenshiro is a dude who blows people up by touching them.
But that's by punching, not by kicking. Ken, your propaganda. Please, I believe your propaganda, Ken.
I'm gonna be honestly. Last battle's also Hokuto no Ken game. Well, that explains a lot. I will be totally honest with you. I know that Rearview Mirror is in first right now. I don't know anyone else's place. I knew this was going to be difficult to judge, but man, I'm really sorry, Kate. Okay, Faizu's at Hurt again, but really low on health. I mean, Hurt has this really unfortunate thing too, where if you're low on health, he's like one of the hardest bosses to defeat because he charges forward and hits you super hard and makes it impossible for you to jump for a short period of time. So it's kind of difficult to get out of him if he's like really close to you.
Yeah.
Faizu is pausing. Is he going to talk to us? He's not. I
was thinking he might reset. Just, you know, that was a bit of a harsh death, and it looks like when you die, you go back to the beginning of the stage anyway. Spader on this boss.
Has Mog-SK gotten past the first screen? Has Mog got past the first screen?
I don't think so.
For what it's worth, I want to clarify again. I not only told players, here are the controls, but I also pinned that in the match channel. So, I sure hope she knows how to enter doors.
Hopefully, yeah.
It was made clear what the controls were. So, HNK Yakuza game? Hello?
Wait, what?
That sounds awesome. I gotta play more. My friend was playing Devotion. That's the wrong game, isn't it? Not Devotion. That's that Taiwanese game. What's the spin-off about the reporter? The lawyer rather.
What lawyer? What reporter?
There's a Yakuza spin-off. Judgment. Thank you. I don't know why I thought Devotion. That's the one that got pulled from a bunch of stores because it was from Taiwan. Judgment. There's a game my friend was playing. And it looks really, really fun. It's a spin-off from the Yakuza series, and it looks just rad.
Ooh. Do you get to play as a judge?
No, you get to play as a lawyer.
Well, that
and
sucks.
You get to.
I want to be the judge.
I wouldn't want to be a judge in the Japanese legal system.
Well, no, in a video game, in the Japanese legal system video game. And then you could chop off their heads. Yeah!
Yeah, a lawyer becomes a detective. Yeah, you punch people and you don't get disbarred somehow. It's amazing.
Aw, yeah.
So yeah, man, where are we now? Looks like Vader and Faizu are both on stage 2 still.
Yeah, Rearview Mirror is back to the beginning. Which is completely fine, you know. Everybody's gonna get game overs and go back. Thank you, AJ, by the way, for the raid here. Hopefully you all are doing well and enjoying all of these beautiful 8-bit sound effects.
Yep.
Sound like they're gonna vomit or something.
I don't know if the text "Omae wa mo shinderu" ever actually appears in. I'm sorry for my Japanese pronunciation, by the way, but I don't think that ever appears in the game. Not to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah, I have no idea. Doesn't appear on any of these screens right here.
If it were to appear anywhere, it would probably be in the fight with Rao, the final boss. And can I make one criticism? Only Rao's final quote. Okay, can I make one criticism about this game?
Sure.
Literally every part of this game is perfect except for the final boss, because it's not. No, nobody will ever make it to Rao. But you know what would be great is if you got to the end of this game and it was just Rao from the fighting games, and he pulled out an infinite on you and just like carried you up into the sky and like held you there for 30 minutes while he comboed you. I would love that. God, have you seen the Hokuto no Ken fighting games for Sencha? They are whack as hell.
I have not.
So good.
Like, I love weird fighting games. I love things that have things that are way over the top, like, hey, I punched you and now you're a unicorn flying through space and suddenly, bam, I sumo, no, I pile drive you with a nuke. Yeah. Unicorn
this
guts all over.
Not wacky in quite that way, but yeah, it was made by the Guilty Gear devs. So the Dust Loop entry for Rao, who is a boss character in the game, says under the bread and butter section, sort of the combos you have to know to play this character. Like, what's the basic easy stuff to get you started? Rao has no B&Bs. All his B&Bs are infinites, or are 0 to death, basically.
What's a B&B?
A bread and butter, B&B or bread and butter is a like a basic combos that every player of that character should know.
Okay.
Stuff like very common setups to get super, like what is a common super confirm, what is your best poke, etc. The B&Bs for Rao are all touch of death combos, every single one of them, and they all take like upwards of 2 minutes to execute because of combo scaling. It's amazing. He gets one hit on you and you are in the air, off screen, just getting like whittled down bit by bit. It's good. It's so, and the whole game is like that. Rao just happens to have some of the most egregious infinites, but every single character is broken as hell. It's so good.
That's kind of amazing. Possibly in the bad way.
Well, but what's great is that every single character, Marvel 2 is like this as well, where it's like if so many characters in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 have an infinite that, and they're hard enough to land and execute successfully that like, because of that, the game ends up being balanced in this weird messed up sort of way.
I mean,
so it's like,
okay,
you know, everyone has basketball combos in H&K. Yeah, basically everyone has basketball combos. You get dunked onto the ground and bounce off of it so often in that game. It's so wacky.
That's great. I need to play more fighting games. I really haven't played too much. Like I play some, and then I'm like, I have nobody I want to play against because everybody I know who plays it either is really bad or really good, and I don't want to play against either of you.
That does make it harder to. I find that it's harder to enjoy myself when that happens as well. But I've been trying to get into them more recently. They're really not that hard to get into. People make a lot of mythology about how hard it is to get into fighting games, but I think there's just, you know, there's increasingly more good resources for getting into them as a beginner.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, gotcha. I might have to play around with some of the new ones. It's
a new release cycle. There's a lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah, what's coming out?
We're just finishing up a new season of Street Fighter with some really awesome characters. There is a new King of Fighters. King of Fighters 15 is coming out. There is, of course, Guilty Gear Strive comes out very shortly. There is a new fighting game that's being made by... It's sort of in the style of like Darkstalkers, but it's being made by an independent team, and I'm forgetting the name of it now. There's a bunch of games that are coming out, and I can't remember what the other ones are. There's also a bunch of like new games that have come out in recent years that are growing. Like Them's Fightin' Herds is like got a new character recently. What was that beeping noise? I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that was a new sound.
Oh yeah, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is a game that is relatively new and has been pretty popular. Skullgirls is getting new characters, which I actually thought that game was dead after Mike Z was ousted, but turns out it's still getting content, which is awesome because that game is rad. Trying to think of like what else is Fantasy Strike, but of course you have to tolerate Serlin if you want to play that, so maybe don't.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately when the people in your own community have to come and apologize to streamers who said they liked the game because Serlin is such a jerk. That's a bad thing.
Sirloin.
I don't want to call him out in public, but I will. He's a tool. Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, Melty Blood, that's the one. There's a game that's being made by the Melty Blood devs.
So honestly, what I'm seeing so far is that like Baizu and Spader make good pushes, but unfortunately end up taking a lot of damage and just it's the slow chip damage, just taking little bits of damage over time that's really doing them in. And I don't know if there's really a good way to avoid that other than, get some of the power-ups and then possibly grind out some of the health up. Is it consistent which enemies give you health up, or is it just so many kills? Every 10.
But the thing is that you get less health than one projectile or punch will take away from you, so you have to kill 10 enemies without getting hit. In fact, you have to kill 20 enemies without getting hit in order to really make a noticeable increase in health.
Okay, so in other words, it's just better to not get hit. I gotcha. Yeah. Rearview Mirror has definitely made the most progress so far, but is still struggling to get caught back up to where he was before. And then Moxk, I don't think she knows how to go indoors despite the controls being pinned.
I'm sort of feeling like we should say, hey, you know, I don't want to.
I mean,
I'm torn on it because Mox wrote a reply in the channel. 2, 3, 4 messages after I posted the controls, which means the controls were on screen when she was looking at this at her computer, right?
Yes.
So almost certainly. So that tells me she's seen the controls, right? Or at least had the opportunity to look at the controls. I pinned it, even.
I'll just go ahead and say,
printer, but man, I don't know.
If you're struggling, just remember to check the controls and make sure you're using them. Yes.
That's some Easy A just pointed out that Tough Love Arena is another really interesting fighting game that's also really sort of good for beginners, and it runs in a browser and it's free, right? So that's really cool. Oh, there's a lot of cool stuff.
Hey, Faizu is on to boss number 2. Let's see if Faizu can do it this time. I love the jump with the wiggly arms. So good.
I just knocked over my iced coffee.
Oh, there we go.
Very good. So that is boss 2 down. Faizu is now distinctly in second place. We know the clear separation between competitors, where Rearview Mirror is in first, Faizu is in second, Spader is in third, and Mog is in fourth at the moment.
Yes. Yeah, basically, all I told the players is that if they are struggling, which, honestly, I would assume that I'm struggling if I'm a player in this game, check the controls to make sure that they're working. Rearview Mirror just punches Tubbs McGee. Oh my gosh, yeah, go back to a different video game, Tubbs. And Mox flies away, kicking in the air.
Where's Rearview Mirror? The first stage? Looks like it might be. Okay. Yeah, so Faizu is in room 2 of the third stage. Oh, man.
Oh, no. Yeah, honestly, Faizu will want to hold on to the stars that he has right now, because as soon as you lose all your stars, it can become a little bit difficult. Okay, Mox has gone into a room. It is confirmed that she knows how to do it now.
Great.
Good.
I actually have some fighting games that I want to give out for Kuso6rande, but unfortunately, I feel like I need the right set of competitors for this. You know, the people who sort of know fighting game theory and how to experiment with a new fighting game, because I think that would make for a really interesting match.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people just get a fighting game and they go, I don't know how to, because if they aren't fighting game players, they're just gonna go, I don't know how to figure this out, because they sort of require a certain mindset for learning new things. I feel like, I don't know.
It's true, they do. By the way, this match, I believe the players took second in their first match. That means that nobody here is going to be eliminated, but you want to come in first if at all possible so that you have a better chance in the future to stay in the tournament. All of the players are fighting to get through this game as much as possible. Rearview Mirror and Pfizer have both made it to the third stage, though Rearview Mirror has made more progress. Spader is in third, making it to stage 2, and Mox still in stage 1, but now has learned how to go indoors, and that will definitely help.
I do feel really bad for Moggs because, they're clearly, she's doing a really good job of avoiding these projectiles.
Hey.
Right, I have no doubt that if she gets to another screen and actually starts to make progress, that she'll be able to avoid taking damage.
We pin crucial information so that players do have it and can refer back to it if for some reason they feel like they forgot something important.
Yep.
And because of that, I feel bad, but not too bad. You didn't
just
give
like seeing
any
people...
misinformation, right?
No, and I was careful to say the select button does nothing, and then that I know of because I made that mistake once already.
I love it.
Here we go. Mog is at heart. Wonderful. And immediately got the single man wombo combo.
Oh my gosh,
in both directions.
That guy, bam.
So that is what happens if you get cornered by, or even land in front of Heart. You sort of have to. I found the best way is to bait him into running under you, and then you can smack him around. But he seems to charge. I don't know if it's based on your positioning or what, but he seems to charge at seemingly random intervals.
Yeah, honestly, it's better for you to react rather than take the preemptive when it comes to that guy.
Yep. Spader is now at Shin's room. So we're going to see Spader move potentially. Oh, really want else though. But he may get, let's see, he may get a victory.
No.
Oh no.
Flying up the screen, kicking into the air. Well, we still got 20 minutes, you know. I think anything is possible in this amount of time. Mox getting a little bit cornered, getting bodied. Oh. And, that was a double KO, but unfortunately Mox died first. But it's a KO.
Ooh. Oh, I know why my rearview mirror's channel is freezing on my side.
Why?
He's streaming in 2K. He's streaming in 1440p, in 2160p 60. Why? I'm sending you a message after this. Please never stream in that resolution again. That's so much. That's such a high resolution. Literally, who needs that? I'm gonna send a message, be like, hey, by the way, I have really good internet and I couldn't load your stream. It's not 4K. What is it?
It's half of 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah, and simply put, NES games usually don't have a very high resolution. Okay, never have a high resolution.
Well, literally, it can't put out a high resolution.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Every pixel, though. You can clearly see every single pixel.
It's true. You know, Rearview Mirror is a pretty good character. I love him. He's been on Don't Make Us Bored before, and it's always a fun time, but I feel like maybe he recently upgraded his computer, and he may be thinking, oh, if I put everything at max settings, then it will be the best stream.
That's a common problem that I find.
It is. Yeah.
Especially with people who don't stream a lot on their own channels is like, 1080p. Yeah, sure. But or above that, 1080p 60 frames per second, awesome. But then it's like, okay, you have to actually push that data out of your network. And maybe you can do that. I can, but certainly a lot of people can't download that.
Yeah, for non-tech people, it sounds like the highest settings you can go the best, but that's not always the case. So
if you're recording something locally, by all means go ahead and do that.
There's no shame in not knowing, Yeah,
no, absolutely. His stream is super clear. It's just also frozen on my computer. And as somebody who has gigabit internet, I feel like that shouldn't be happening, but my internet's been kind of whack lately.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it is what it is. I just noticed. I'm just mentioning.
No, I like to talk about things because there are a lot of people here who are relatively new streamers and, who possibly have done the same thing in the past or will do the same thing in the future. Don't feel bad about it. You know,
Yeah,
you'll
absolutely.
be able to. People are around; they'll point it out. I think it's easy to just feel a little bit overwhelmed by stuff. Your first year or 2 or 3 of streaming is going to be rough, but then you'll figure it out.
I just love that, of all people, Unregistered Hypercam 2 said that is fair. Video codec and capturing video is a confusing process sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
What a great username for that comment.
Thank you,
Delightful.
Unregistered Hypercam 2. Have I had
Love
a
that
Hypercam on
username.
Kuso6rande? I think we might have once.
Really? Wow.
Maybe not.
still make
Maybe
that?
not. I mean, you don't really make it. It's software.
What? Okay. All right, blind guy. What about what if somebody had the username Registered Hypercam 2?
Faizu's back.
That name has a really threatening aura to me.
Like, was there even Hypercam 1? Because I've never seen the 3 hands gifting a sub to
Nice.
the
Good
Unregistered
sub.
Hypercam 2. Wow. Well, welcome.
You'd cancel each other out like antimatter and matter.
That would be
We
scary.
have 2 people on Heart right now. Spader has destroyed Heart. Mog is still stuck there, but, you know, this is progress.
Yeah,
And seems to be figuring out how
Faizu,
to
by
fight
the
him,
way,
so.
is on to the 3rd stage.
That is 3rd. Yeah, so this is stage 3. I
Whee!
think this is the 2nd time he's been here.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
he
he's been in that
still
room
has
before.
another Ken left.
Yeah, so this stage is kind of rough because this hallway here has has 2 doors and then a really long hallway before the looping part, and then in the looping part it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 doors. So he's just past the 2nd door now, and then there's this long hallway with nothing, and then it starts to loop with 7 doors, and he needs to go into the 4th, 5th, or 9th door.
There's really
And
no way to know it until you guess.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Hey, this game sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I joked that there was literally nothing wrong with this game except that you didn't get comboed to death by Rao at the end. But, like, for real, this game is garbage. It's irredeemable. I will say, I think it represents the source material stylistically pretty well. You know? I was able to tell.
Yes.
I was able to tell, as somebody who is not familiar with this series outside of basically meme culture around it and sort of its historical significance, I was able to tell from the sound effects and the fact that the dude has brown hair and a blue pants and shirt that this was Fist of the North Star, right? The environments are decrepit ruins, and, you know, there's dudes with, like, mohawks and wearing this ridiculous, you know, 80s futurism sort of clothing. It's close enough. They definitely could have done better, but I think it does the atmosphere of the series justice.
I mean, you say they could have done better, but again, you know, if this came out in 1986, what other games came out in 1986? I mean, Bubble Bobble, yeah, but that was very cartoony style. Legend of Zelda, also cartoony. Everything that basically had good graphics ended up being sort of cartoony and over-stylized. They went with something trying to get a little bit more realistic here. Still got across the point, not the best graphics in the world, but probably some of, at least for NES, some of the better representation of a post-apocalyptic type thing, you know, a more serious style.
Faizu, no, this is the worst time for Faizu to stream to die. Okay, I can still see him on my screen.
Okay.
Okay, so Faizu is now tied with where with where Rearview Mirror was. Did he go in the right door? I don't think he did. Oh, he went in the same door. Yeah, and he's just paused. Or his stream died. Yeah, no, he paused. Because I think he went, oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and refresh his stream and get it caught back up. Yep.
Yeah. So he just went. Yeah, he was just in the room with the dark bricks, which almost are like inverted from these ones, and unfortunately he went in the wrong door. If he gets back to there, pausing to map. Oh, really? Is he drawing the map by hand or something?
He might be. I feel like Rearview Mirror made it one room past that made it to the one that had darker bricks but the bright yellow tiles that appear occasionally.
We can check again.
I definitely remember that. I don't,
because there's another room in there with yellow tiles.
Oh no, my stream's dying.
Folks, let me just quickly.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hopefully we are live for everybody. Are you there, Tempestral?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Nothing did. 1 second. I'm gonna post a link in the chat. Did Faizu or did Rearview Mirror reach that room? To the best of my knowledge, he did not. I don't think he did, but I could be mistaken about that. I thought that he got to the room with the dark gray and pink.
I could have sworn that he made it there, although it was a brighter. I think we're fine right now.
I'm not seeing any problems on my side. I haven't gotten a single drop on your side. I thought he reached that a while ago. I didn't think he reached that level, because the thing is that that room, the one with the dark gray bricks and the yellow tiles as well, that room doesn't have a door back to the first room, and he definitely went into a door that sent him back to the first room, just like Faizu did, and then he died immediately afterwards. I'm almost certain of it, but we can review the tapes if it comes down to it, which it might, honestly.
Yeah, I would probably, like, I feel like I saw that room. Yeah, but at this point, you know, it's essentially a tie between Rearview Mirror and Faizu. Faizu is trying to get caught back up to where he's made it before.
Yeah.
Spader and Mox are definitely behind, but Mox is making some good pushes here, trying to get through the first boss. Back to the first boss. Nope. Almost to the first boss.
Almost. Yeah, even if they did end up in the same room, Rearview Mirror got to that room first, so he's still in first. If Faizu manages to get to the next screen, then it's a real question of whether Rearview Mirror made it to the next one as well.
Also, big thank you to Kreese for that subscription here in chat. Definitely helps to support the channel. We've got just about 10 minutes left.
Yep. Thank you to the country of Greece. Or to the...
Why Greece?
1980s. You said Greece subscribe to your channel.
No, Greece.
Alternatively...
With a K.
I was going to sing a bit from Grease Lightning, but that whole song is pretty inappropriate, isn't it? Probably shouldn't.
Why? Burn it up a quarter mile, you know?
Yeah. I didn't get it as a kid. I now listening to that song, I'm like, oh my god, for real?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the deal. People still sing that all the time here in Utah. All the time. All the time.
Really? In Utah?
Oh, yeah.
Of all states?
Yeah, it's an extremely popular song here, still, I think.
It's sort of funny because I get the impression that the general population of Utah is kind of like the minister from Footloose.
Well, they don't get it, you know?
Right.
And honestly, yeah. I've never at a point in my life gone and reread the lyrics to Grease Lightning because I never have thought about it. So it's always been innocent to me.
Right. I don't remember what the context... Oh, I learned that there was a Grease game for Wii. Just some shovelware that was like, you know, some disused license that was picked up by, I don't know if it was Data Design Interactive or another similar team. But I was like, oh, this is a music game based on the musical Grease. That's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? And then I listened to Grease Lightning and I went, wow, this entire thing is sexual innuendo. Incredible. This is a kid's game. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, this is really dirty. Now that
right?
I'm looking at it.
And it's not even like subtle, it's really raunchy.
Yeah, this phrase, I don't think we can utter that phrase from the song in my...
No, it's exactly. I was gonna make a Grease joke, and then I was like, oh no, actually, maybe I should be careful.
Oh yeah, I thought that word was scream, but it's not scream.
Exactly. They put that in a kids game. It's not, but also they censor. Oh, I forgot. Also, the best part about that Grease game for the Wii is that they censor certain words. But they censor words that are themselves innuendo, so it makes it sound worse than it actually is. Oh my god, it's so good. I was looking at it for License-a-thon. That's the only reason I was looking it up. It is not speedrunnable, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So lesson, everybody. If you thought that Grease was really innocent until the very last song of the musical, you're wrong.
The whole musical was about sex. The entire one.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah, it's all John Travolta as well, isn't it? Yeah, true.
I love it. Like, 1978, a musical coming out that is definitely a lot more, a lot filthier, yet still absolutely adopted by pretty much everywhere, including some of the most innocent areas, like Utah.
It's a good, I don't know. I like the musical. It's got good music. You know what? People are saying things in the chat about Grease, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen this in a good 10 years. So
it's been a long time. Yeah.
I can't speak to its contents. I just read some lyrics. I like the music though.
Yeah, Beauty School Dropout. That's a quality number.
With a name like that. Anyways, what's the position? Oh, Faizu is in the 3rd level. It's getting close to the point where he was before. Let's see, and he's on medium health. Gotta be careful. But he's catching these abeshis.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. So let's hope he can keep it. I don't think that's the right door, Faizu.
Nope.
It wasn't. Record scratch. It was not the right door.
Well, how are you supposed to know? There's no way to know until you do it.
You count. You count the doors. It's hard.
Counting.
I actually had to recount some of these rooms several times because I wasn't sure if I was losing my mind because they look so similar. And he died. So
well, still, scene 3, he's got an extra life or 2, you know. There still is a chance.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, he is still in it.
Just so everybody knows, rear view mirror in the bottom left has definitely made the most progress so far, or tied progress, but did it first.
I got it first, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure, but if we only need to check if Faizu manages to get past the room with the dark tile. Which might happen. It might happen.
Yep.
5 minutes left. And if that happens, then I guess we go and review the tapes.
Yeah.
Because we record Kuso6rande on only the highest quality Super VHS tapes. Sorry, beta video.
Yeah. What do you think I am, a scrub? And then we transfer them to Laserdisc. And then we feed those through a blender.
Don't do such a thing to a Laserdisc.
That's all we do. That's all we do. Yeah, we actually have no records. Oh,
well, no,
wait,
that's vinyl.
We record the sound of the blender on a record. And that's how we store past matches. Yeah.
We capture Kuso6rande on only the finest RCA CED Selective Vision video discs. You joke, but Betamax was the industry standard for a long time. Yeah, I know, actually. I think the BBC only moved off of their beta systems in 2016 or so. But Beta Movie, how many people actually use Beta Movie? That's not Betamax. That's a home, that's a camera recorder format based on Beta. And it had you could insert them into these little cartridges that would fit into a Betamax player. VHS had that too, actually, I think.
Yeah, actually, Essentia's commenting in Twitch. Her first speedruns were recorded on VHS. The funny thing is that she actually insisted on going and buying new VHS rather than re-recording so that she could get the highest quality for the videos. So, yeah. I'm
not surprised to hear that, actually. I've heard a lot of people... I think PJ still records his runs on DVD.
I mean, I've got a recorder here. If I wanted to, I legit could just turn it on and record locally. But I don't know. I don't really care about speedruns without commentary. I love having the commentary. I love hearing people be dorks, okay? Usually I care more about the people than the game, personally.
Was I calling it beta video? I meant to say beta cam if I said that wrong.
At
least I know what beta cam is. That's obscure.
You're fine. My gosh, okay. I want to see some progress.
Underloved Umatic. Yeah, Umatic is underloved for Video 2000.
I don't know what Umatic is.
Yeah, the same. Umatic was a cassette, like a tape cassette format that competed in heavy quotes with VHS.
I remember I think it was the first time that I saw Monty Python. It was on Laserdisc. My uncle insisted on bringing his Laserdisc over and showing us Monty Python, and it was pretty dang good.
It probably looked great.
Oh, it was fantastic. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if our TV really could show the quality, but hey, we had fun. Okay, Faizu is on to the dark room with the pink highlights.
Don't go into that one. That's the wrong door, Faizu. You went to that door last time.
That's the correct
wait a second.
one.
No, it was the right door. Okay. And he's pausing here. Okay. So now I don't know if that's where Rearview Mirror made it up to. I don't think he did. But
I recall this room. I feel like he did. However, he didn't make very much progress in this room.
I distinctly recall that he made it to a room that was either this or the previous one, and he Rearview Mirror then went into a door and went back to the first room again, and then died. So I don't think it can be this room because this doesn't have a door back to the first room. But I could be wrong. So I'm going to see...
There we go. Faizu, I believe, making tangible progress.
Hold up. Is that the right door? That is not the correct door. He went back to the start. I was wrong.
So you can go back to the start.
I didn't think that there was a door that led... Hold up. That door doesn't... Huh. Is my map incomplete? I thought I did this correctly. I need to go and review then, because I was under the distinct impression that there was no door out of that room that went back to the start. The next door, or the next room after the dark brick yellow accent room, is another one with light gray brick and sort of orange accents, and it's a very, very long hallway with 2 doors.
Yes.
And you have to go in the second one because the first one leads back to the start.
I heard another new sound effect on Faizu's screen. So we are right at the end of the match. We are probably going to have to review the tapes in order to make sure we know who took the victory between Faizu and Rearview Mirror, because guess what? It is time. Wow, I got it right on the hour. Everybody, miracles happen. But unfortunately, only the mediocre miracles, because I got the hour mark and the match is over. You know, actually, the fact that we don't have to listen to this game anymore might also be a small miracle. Uh-oh, I see anime. Ah, it's Nigel Thornberry. It turns out he was Ken all along. Oh my gosh, I'm terrified. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. This is certainly a video game. Apparently, Faizu is saying ow.
Yeah, thanks. We were going for old tuck today. I already made that joke.
Yeah, Faizu, you should have been listening to the stream. You would know not to make dumb repeat jokes. So I'm going to invite both Faizu and Rearview Mirror if they wish to come chat. I would love to hear their opinions about this game and see, see what they thought, see how they did. This is not a good game, though. Okay, I can definitely say that. This is a dumb game.
This game is so bad.
But with that said, I can see that, like, they put some work into this. Wait, Rearview Mirror is saying that I thought those 2 kids would be more distinguished. The thing is, yeah, the 2 kids did show up in order to show where to go / where not to go. And they were actually different? I thought it was just the same child. It's not. Tempestral is just so shocked that I didn't know that we're not getting a reply here. Yeah, they're...
Huh? Wait, what did you say? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
So there literally are two kids?
Yeah, I said earlier, one of them is Lynn and one of them is Bot, and they're separate characters. Hey!
Okay, hello, Rearview Mirror, welcome!
Welcome!
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. I'll boost your audio on my end. Seriously, great job here. I feel like I don't know whether you or Faizu took first. Honestly, I feel like the Rearview Mirror is likely going to be holding on to first place after this, but
I had no idea where I was going.
So we're not sure. Rosencha and I disagree on what the furthest room we saw Rearview Mirror take was, and we're not sure. I'd say it was the gray room after the blue room. It's the furthest I've gotten. The pink accents? Did you get into a gray room with yellow accents right after that one? Dark gray with yellow accents?
I think so. Hard to say. There was a.
I think I saw it too.
When we got to the round stage 3, at least that's what the game called it. There was gray with pink, and I didn't get a good look at the second variant, but it was a darker gray than the first one.
Yeah, those are separate rooms, and then after that, there's also dark gray with a hint of green and yellow.
All right.
That was also hello.
I know for a fact Faizu saw that room right at the end. I don't know if Rearview Mirror hit that one.
Tempestral, I'm going to shout at you in a moment, but yeah, I remember there was a very, very dark room, and then there was a kind of grey room, and then after that there was another grey room, but kind of with green mossy stuff.
Yeah.
So basically, if I'm right, Rearview Mirror wins, and if Tempestral is right, then Faizu wins. And
Correct.
Let's just say that I'm sorry that you have to depend on my memory, the Rearview Mirror.
Everything kind of blended away. It's like I got early on that the kids that appeared at the doors were something, but I thought like one was correct path and one was wrong. But no, they felt indistinguishable from each other.
Yeah, could you explain how that works? Because I don't understand either.
Okay.
They're both horrible liars, and you pay attention to neither of them and just go through whatever door you've written down on your notes.
Yeah, so if you have 7 stars, then Lynn always points towards the correct door, and Bot always tells you the wrong door. However, and Bot is the one with the goggles, and Lynn is the girl with the hair.
I thought Bot was the one who was the correct path.
Well, so if you don't have 7 stars, the guide says, or the manual says, that it is that Bot is meant to be. I think that the translation is roughly like he's unreliable. But in actuality, I think what happens is that they just swap places, and Bot points the right way and Lynn points the wrong way until you get 7 stars, which is not a really great way to do that. I don't know, though. It could be random. That was probably one of the things I focused on the least.
How does one even get 7 stars? I was just running around beating up thugs.
I do know.
I did manage that, yeah. When you beat up the pink thugs, Japanese text floats above their head, and you can pick that up for some insane reason, and that gives you a star.
I think it's if you have them blow up. I did see Japanese text appear once after having their heads blow up.
If you kick them off screen, then it doesn't work. Tempestral, is this revenge for Aliens, Alien 2? Because this was a
We talked about that, yes.
No, I didn't play in that match, but I was like, oh, I have the chance to give Faizu a game? Well, the roles are reversed this time.
Like, once I went into it, and I kind of went into the first door, and then I went into a door, and I was kind of back in what looked like the entrance area again. I was like, oh, this entire game's a door maze.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. Oh, I love that. I'm so glad that. Yes.
Yes, it
I
was
didn't play in
revenge.
that match, but
Okay, so basically,
And I just accidentally stepped into your revenge, apparently.
Yeah.
I
So this-
100%
this is-
targeted you on this.
this is all my fault, and I need to apologize to everyone else in that match. Got it.
What's even worse is that you won, and I targeted you specifically. So
No,
Or-
he
I
took. He
don't
may
know,
have
sorry,
taken
I don't know if
second
you
for
won.
my memory.
I don't know if you won. You may have. You are at the
I'm-
moment tentatively tied for first.
I'm going to assume I took second, but we'll go with tied for the moment.
Yeah,
Why not?
essentially dead. So I think that we know pretty well about why this game is bad. Like, there are plenty of reasons. Is there anything redeemable about this game?
I think if it was just more of a side-scrolling platformer than a door maze.
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, the combat's kind of interesting, but the door maze kind of makes it a bit too mazy for me. Especially when I got to the blue room in round 3, I didn't know where I was going. I just kept seeing that kid in the door and over and over, and I didn't know where to go.
Yeah, the child just lying over and over. Honestly, door mazes, they're some of my least favorite things in the world.
Yep.
People here have heard me complain about them plenty, and you just got to deal with my nightmares. So good job, both of you.
Yeah. It took me several days to map out this game. This game has no maps
Oh my
online.
God.
It will. I couldn't publish them yet, but I can now. But I need to go and fix some things because apparently there are doors back to the start of certain levels that I didn't know were there. I mapped this whole game out by hand.
Yes.
That is
fortunately-
above and beyond the Call of Duty, and
I
is
even went and
also-
marked the locations where you notice how sometimes the levels looped. They don't always loop from the start to finish. Sometimes there are sections that don't loop that lead into sections that do. There are rooms that don't loop at all. It sucks.
I did run into one room that didn't loop. Like, I walked to the very end, and then I had to go through the only door that was visible
And
because it wouldn't
The
continue any
worst
further.
part is some of those rooms that don't loop, they'll force you into a scenario where, because you can only walk left, you can't walk right, they'll lead you in positions where you'll pass one door and then you'll get to the next door and then you're left with only that last door, and that door will go to the beginning of the stage.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes those doors go to the next room and you have to go through them, and sometimes they go to the beginning of the stage, and it's a war of attrition and you're always losing health, and good luck trying to get health back. You have to kill 10 guys in a row, and if you get hit, you lose you lose more health than you gain. So
Yeah,
by
that
killing
was
10
kind
guys,
of.
like,
Oh, I
That
was
kind of a
wondering.
problem. It's-
I was wondering about the life thing. I did get an extra life at one point. But mostly I was just kicking guys off screen most of the time, as you've seen.
that must have been what that noise was.
We're
Yeah, I heard
a
a-
little
I-
bit low
Yeah,
on
it was-
time,
There's
so...
that little chime noise. I heard.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Seriously.
I'll rapidly give you my thoughts.
Yes.
The game sucks, but not as hard as I thought it was. The door maze is bad and awful because it's a door maze. The biggest problem is the difficulty in getting life back, and the fact that when you die, you lose all your stars, and so you're basically without power-ups. And once you hit round 3, it's really hard to take down enemies without getting hit.
Yeah.
And also, those enemies that skid across the screen can go away forever.
I
Whoa,
love
look,
it.
guys. Oh, I got a ninja jump out of the way.
I found it. I found the location where of note.
Okay.
Faizu takes first place.
Faizu!
Rear view mirror got to the room with the dark tile and the pink accents, then walked into the door that sends you to the start of the stage. Faizu successfully found the completely by chance. I'm sorry, because how would you know? Found the door that leads you to the dark tile room with green moss and yellow accents.
All right.
Did I?
I will accept this, though I will also
Wait,
wait because I know that Kate is
Did I-
going to make.
Hold up.
Yeah, Tempestral C. I think I'm
What?
right.
Oh, this was I'm sorry. Hold up.
Wait, what?
This was way earlier in the match than I thought it was. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, it is
Mirror made
super
it-
early.
My apologies. I saw. I guess the second time Rearview Mirror made it to the third stage and did not realize. So I guess I'm wrong actually, and Rearview Mirror takes first.
Huh.
You lied to me.
Yep, I did.
Not gonna
I
be the
didn't-
last time.
I didn't realize I'd make it because I kind of felt like I was going in circles, which I
Yeah.
apparently was.
This is why we do VOD reviews when it's this close. Honestly, this was a fantastic watch. Thank you, Faizu. Thank you, Rearview Mirror. And Tempestrel, thank you for giving this game out and being willing to go and put in all the effort to tracking how this game actually works, because that was like literally the only way we would know who won.
Well, and thank you to Garfield the Lightning for finding that screenshot, because I was looking at a point in time further ahead in the match and did not and must have totally missed the first time. So shout outs to them as well. And thank you both for participating, and thanks for having me on, Bersentia. I'm gonna go take a nap.
All right, see y'all later. Take care.
I wonder if my
Thank you for
next
the
match
game.
will...
Sort of.
Good game, everyone.
Good game. All right, bye.
That's
See you
a
later.
way of phrasing it. Bye.
I wonder if my next time's gonna be yet another kung fu martial arts game.
You never know. You never
It'd
know
be
with
fun.
Kuso6rande.
It'd be funny. But
See
anyway,
ya.
bye.
Bye. Everybody, this is Kuso6rande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. We are a little bit late with the next game. I'm gonna run a quick ad. Thank you so much, Spader, for the 1,000 bits. Definitely appreciated, and great job, even if the game wasn't great. Draxy, thank you as well for the sub. 1 minute ad, and we'll be right back. Actually, you know what? Nah, I already started it.